This is the first passage of the Zohar for this week's Torah portion of Shemot. And it's the Zohar, Shemot 2a and 2b. And I read the first part in the Aramaic, and then I read the English. ואלה שמות בני ישראל הבאים מצרימה את יעקב איש וביתו באו. This is the first verse from our weekly Torah portion. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt, every man and his household came with Jacob. It is written in Daniel chapter 12 verse 3, V'hamaskilim Yazhiru kezohar harakia umatzdike harabim kakochavim leolam va'ed v'hamaskilim. It is written, and the wise shall be resplendent as the splendor of the firmament, and that they turn many to righteousness. And that turn many to righteousness shall be like the stars forever and ever. Daniel 12:3. Ilain inun di mistakle braza de chachmata. Yaziru neharin v'notzatzin b'zivava de chachmata ila'a. Kazohar nehiru unetzitzu de nahara de nefik me'eden. V'da ihu raza setima. De ikre rakia be kayamin kochavaya umazale shimsha v'sihara v'chol inun b'tzitzin de nehora. These wise are those who penetrate to the real essence of wisdom. They shall be resplendent, meaning illumined with the radiance of the supernal wisdom as the splendor. This is the flashing of the stream that goes forth from Eden in Genesis 11 and 10. 11:10. This being alluded to as the firmament. There are suspended stars, the planets, the sun, the moon, and all the radiant lights. Zohar dahai rakia nahir benehiru al ginta ve'ilana dechaye kayam b'metziut ginta de'anpoi chafyan kol inun diuknin Ilanin busmin Zohar dahai rakia nahir benehiru al ginta Ilana dechaye kayam b'metziut ginta de'anpoi chayfan kol inun diuknin ilanin busmin beginta be'me'anin dechashran umetaltelin tach Chote, Kol Chevat Bra, Kol Tzipore Shemaya, Yidurun, Techot Inun Anafim. The brightness of this firmament shines upon the Garden of Eden, and in the midst of the garden stands a tree of life, whose branches spread over all forms and trees and spices. In fitting vessels, all the beasts of the field and all the fowls of the air shelter beneath the branches of this tree. Zohar Iba Ilana Yehiv Chayan Nechola Kiyume Le'alam Olume Olmin Sitra Achra Lo Shalyabe Era Sitra de Kedusha Zaka'a Chul Kehon Inun Titamin Mine Inun Kaimin Le'alam Ule Olme Almin Ilen Ikrun Maskilim V'Zaka'an Chayin V'Hai Alma V'Chayin B'Alma De'ate. The fruit of the tree gives life to all. It is everlasting. The other side has no abode therein, but only the side of holiness. Blessed are they who taste thereof. They will live forever and ever. And it is they who are called the wise. They are vouchsafed life in this world as well as in the world to come. Zohar ilana da. Zakval ela leila. Chamesh mea. Parse hiluche. Shitinu ribo ihu. Bipashti tute. Bishitute. V'hai ilana kiyama chad Zohar. Chol gavnin kaimin be. Inun gavnin salkan ve. Nachtin lo mityashve biduchta. The tree raises to a height of 500 parasangs, and its circumference is 6 myriads of parasangs. Within this tree is a light, out of which radiate certain colors. They come and go, never being at rest, save in the tree. Kad nafki mine la'it chaza'a Bigo Zohar delo nehara mityashvan velo mityashvan kaiman velo kaiman begin delo mityashvan beatar achara meilana da nafke tresar shivatin demit chaman be veinun nachtu behai Zohar dela nehara lego galuta b'Mitzrayim Yechama Mishiryan Ilain Adahu Lichtiv Ve'ere Shemot B'nei Israel. Should they issue from it to show themselves in the brightness which does not shine of itself, they are not at rest, but flit about from this tree. Went forth 12 tribes who had long been warned by it, and they went down with this light that does not shine of itself into the exiled Egypt, accompanied by multitudes of heavenly hosts. Rabbi Shimon, this starts chapter 2. I'm looking for the second side for B, for 2B in the Zohar. Let's see. There should be 2A and 2B. It's just not showing up here. But let's see here. Maybe it didn't come out. So anyway, this is chapter 2. Rabbi Shimon Patach, Cheskel Aleph, Haya Devar Hashem, Haya, it says Haya twice, so I don't know. Haya. Okay, Trei Zimnim Amai. V'tu'in it l'shala Yecheskel Neviah Behemana Have Shemot Bet Amai Galekol Ma Dichama Man de Malka Aile Behechana Itle Legala'a Razin Nechame Ela Vadai Yecheskel Neviah Behemana Hava Bechol Ma Nechama Behemenuta Ihu Urshut Kuchabrichu Gale Kolma Gale Bechola Yitzrich. Rabbi Shimon compared the Egyptian with the Babylonian exile, basing his remarks on the text. The word of the Lord came, literally coming to Ezekiel 1:3. Why he said the double expression coming came, Hayo Haya. Moreover, if Ezekiel was indeed a faithful prophet, why did he disclose the whole of his vision? Is it right to meet for one whom the king has invited to his palace to reveal all the secrets which he has seen there? Now Ezekiel was indeed a faithful prophet, and whatever he saw, he faithfully kept secret, and whatever he revealed by permission of the Holy One, blessed be He, and for proper reasons. Amar B'Shimon, man dragil mistakal tzara, af al gav diati lefum shata tzara, sevil mat lanoi, ולא חייש אבל מן דלה רגיל בצער והווה כל יומי בתפנוקין עידונין עתה לצערה דאיהו צערה שלים ואל דא יצריך למבכה. Observe now that one who is accustomed to pain bears it patiently, but if one is not accustomed to pain and has always lived at ease, when pain comes upon him, he really feels it keenly and deserves to be pitied. Kach Yisrael kad nachtu lemitzrayim regilin b'tzara havo deho kol yomoi dehu zaka'a avuhom b'tzara hava v'yalda savlu galuta כדקה יאות. אבל גלותה דבבל ההוא הווה צערה שלים, ההוא הווה צערה דאילאין ותתאין בחן עלה. So when Israel went to Egypt, they were inured to suffering. Their father, the righteous Jacob, having been all his life a man of sorrows, and they could thus endure the exile patiently. But the exile of Babylon was a real torment for which there was weeping both in heaven and on earth. Ila'in dichtiv Shayahu lamed gimel Zion hen el elam tza'aku chutza v'gomer tata'in dichtiv Tehillim kuf lamed Zion aleph al naharot Bavel shom yeshavnu v'gomer kulahon bachu al galuta de Babel Mai ta'ama begin dahavo betafnuke malchin dichtiv echa dal bet bnei Tzion hayikarim. As is written, behold, their heroes cried without, the angels of peace wept bitterly. Isaiah 33 verse 7. By the rivers of Babylon we sat down there, yes, we wept. When we remembered Zion, Psalms 137 verse 1. Yes, truly, all joined in lamentation. They who have been brought up in royal luxury. Ditznan am Rabbi Yitzchak my dichtiv Yirmiyahu tet al heharim esa bechin mihi ela ilen inun toraya ramaya dermin raman inun toraya ramaya inun bnei Tzion ikarim hamsol laim bepaz Yashtahavor nachtin begaluta berei chaya al kad lehon v'idehon dimehadkan leachora bechad alu begaluta bavel chashivu deha let lehu kiyuma niramin deha kucha b'richu shavik lon v'lo yas Now we're now driven into exile with their necks yoked and their hands fettered, and when they reached the land of exile, despair settled in their hearts, and they thought that they would never be raised up again since God had deserted them. That's what they felt. That's what they thought. B'taninan Amar Rabbi Shimon Amar B'Shimon Ba'ishata Kara Kuchabarichu B'chol Palmai Dilei B'chol Litichin Kedishin B'chol Cheleh B'chol Litichin Kedishin B'chol Cheleh Misharete B'rav Rav Rebonoi B'chol Chela Dishmaya Yamalon ma atun adin hacha uma bnei rechimai begaluta de Bavel veitun hacha kumu chutu kulchon Bavel ve'ana imchon adahu dichtiv Yeshayahu men gimel yudalad Komar Hashem למענכם שלחתי בבלה. למענכם שלחתי בבלה דהה קודשא בריחו. והורדתי בריחים כולם אילן כל רתיחין ומששיריין אילאין. At that hour the Holy One called together all his heavenly hosts and his family above, all the holy chariots, the lower and the higher ranks, the whole celestial army, and spoke to them thus. What do ye here? My beloved children are captives in Babylon, and you were made here. Arise, all of you, and go to them, and I will go with you. Kad nachtu lebavel itpachtahu Shemaya visharta ruach nevuah kedisha al Yechezkel v'chama kolma Dichama v'amar lon l'Yisrael ha marechon hacha b'chol chele Shemaya uretichu de'atu lemedar benechon v'lo hem menuhu adi tzich legala kol ma dichama ve'era kach ve'era kach igale yatir ma degale כל היצטרכירן דחתמו ישראל כך עדו וכך שמעו מילים מפומי יחזקאל לא חשיו על גלותהון כלל דהידו דקודשא בריחו לא שביק לון וכל מה דגלה ברשות גלה לשון אחר ואמר בשמעון שעתה חדו ישראל חדוותה שלמתה בסייעת ההון דהבי מהון וכל חי בניו רותה דלבי ברחימותה סגיעה למסר נפשי על קודשה דמערי הון בגין כך גלה יחזקאל כל מה דגלה. When the celestial company arrived in Babylon, the heavens opened and the Holy Spirit of prophecy descended upon Ezekiel, and he saw his wonderful vision and proclaimed to the exiles, behold, your master is here, and all the celestial beings have come down to be your companions, but they believed it not. And so he was compelled to disclose to them the whole of his heavenly vision. Then their joy was exceedingly great, and they recked not of the exile, knowing that the Lord himself recked. I'm not sure what they mean by that. And they recked not of the exile, but they rejoiced. Not of the exile, knowing that the Lord himself was in their midst. They were all filled with a perfect love of him, ready to sacrifice themselves for the holiness of the All-Holy. Blessed be he. This is the reason why the prophet disclosed to them all that he saw. ותנינן בכל אתר לישראל גלו, תמן שחיטה גלתה עם ההון, והכה בגלותה למצרים על כתיב, אלה שמות בני ישראל, כיוון דכתיב בני ישראל מהו את יעקב הבאים איתו יצריך למימר אלא שמות בני ישראל אינון רתיחין ומשריין אלאין תנחתו עם יעקב בהדי שכינתה בגלותה דמצרים. We have been taught that whenever Israel went into captivity, the Shekhinah went with her. We learn this in the present instance from the expression children of the supernal Israel, which we take here to refer to the heavenly hosts, and chariots, which we were told came to Jacob with Jacob to Egypt. Shemot 3. This is all in Aramaic. It doesn't have any translation, so I think we'll stop here.